So how about you? What did you think as you came into?
I just remember I didn't want to come at all.
I learned my first Korean word. 좋아요하세요. That was shocking. That's a cultural.
If we moved back to Seattle.
김치 볶음밥.
안녕하세요 구독자 여러분, 미국과 영국에서 온 이든입니다. 오늘은 저의 가족과 함께 여러가지 이야기를 나누고 싶어서 저희 집을 찾아왔어요. 함께 가볼까요? 여기는 저희 둘째예요. 셋째도 곧 나와요. 여기는 3층. 띵동. 여기는 아버지 집이에요. 아버지 데리고 밑으로 가면 됩니다. Hey Dad, ready to go downstairs? Almost. How long do you need?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. 밥 먹고 있대요. 아직 5분만 기다렸다가 다시 도전.
안녕하세요. 엘리슨이에요. 반갑습니다.
Hello everyone in Korea. 안녕하세요. I'm happy about you.
Get to the chase, Mom.
With the chase, what Allison and Ethan and 남편, my husband, and 사랑해, Mrs. Maluk, my husband's family name. 남편.
저는 데이비드, 스코틀랜드, 영국에서 왔어요. 저는 영어 교수예요. 이든, 알리, 아바. 반갑습니다.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
So do you guys remember how long we've been in Korea now?
The year we came here was 2001.
So we came in 2001. It's 2024. So it's been 23 years.
Yes,
23
23
years. Can you believe it?
It feels the same since year 10, really.
After a certain point, it's just like, what's the point of counting it?
I really remember our first year. Dramatic thunderstorms in Gochang like I'd never seen before. The steam rising, you know, right through the rice fields, the little paths. You guys were probably too young to realize.
I
Yeah,
remember floods.
yeah,
in
and
Gochang.
floods.
Oh, the river?
So how about you? What did you think as you came into? It was Kimpo Airport. Do you remember?
First of all, I don't remember that. I don't remember the airport at all. I just remember I didn't want to come at all, leaving all my friends in Seattle. But yeah, once I got here, we got in this van, I guess from Gimpo all the way to Gochang.
What was your impression, Ali?
I was 4. What impression could I get? I think I heard Ethan lost his Pokemon cards.
Possible. I was a Pokemon guy.
Yeah, you had like a book of cards. Think
Yeah.
of how much that was worth by now if you
How
had
could
it.
I believe that?
Well, I mean, if you step outside, none of what you can see around here was standing. It was all rice fields. It was really countryside. Yeah, it really felt like a rural university.
When you came to Korea and went to work at the university, was there any cultural shocks?
Well, remember, I started out at the Hagwon. That was a big shock.
What was there to be shocked about?
The kids were out of control. Completely. They seemed to behave themselves with the Korean teachers, but the foreign teacher this was time to have fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So I learned my first Korean word was 좋아요하세요.
Instead of 안녕하세요.
And you could hear through the classroom wall. And all the other classrooms could hear me roaring, 좋아요하세요.
When I was teaching at an academy, I didn't say that unless I was really angry.
Yeah.
I gave them the death stare. Just look at them and go,
Kids are uncomfortable when it's silent. That's how
Right.
we were trained. So what we do is we cross our arms, give them the look, and be silent. Don't talk to anyone else. Just and they'll do what you
That
ask
works.
them.
See,
It works.
I didn't have that inside information.
No.
I yelled more and more, and they get worse and worse.
do you have any funny stories, Mom?
I felt Korea was a better country because, like, if I forgot something, someone would give it back to me, like money, or sometimes, a few times, I left thing in my bicycle basket. Somehow, people would come and give me my wallet,
People didn't steal.
Not steal, but
Help you
find it and give
help
it back.
me find it. Yeah, that was impressive. In America, if you forgot something somewhere, you don't get it back. A couple of times, I'd forget something somewhere and I would get it back eventually.
I have a funny story. First day at the Hagwon, and I was walking to the Hagwon. I was really thirsty, so I went into a mart and bought a big bottle of water, and I thought, oh great, and I came out and opened it, took a big slug. It was soju.
Oh.
I'd never seen alcohol in a plastic bottle. I thought it must be water. That was shocking. That's a cultural.
During your 20 years in Korea, was there anything difficult to adjust to?
I still don't know Korean very well. When I see things on, like, I have an iPad and I know Ethan and Allison, you guys understand everything. Even now, every day, I see that and I'm kind of jealous of you guys.
There's so much fun Korean YouTube channels there and I can't get a thing.
Yeah, well, it's there, but I don't understand.
Exactly.
So I just turn it off.
Mom, remember? You had difficulty when Koreans, you would give them a present and they say no. But apparently you have to ask 2 times or 3 times.
Oh yeah, especially my character, very American, and Americans are more honest.
Direct.
Yeah, more direct. Later on, Korean, if you understand Korean people and you're more honest, then you get more close.
I do that with my wife. Let's say there's one last piece of samgyeopsal. Oh, you want it? She says no. You want it? You want it? I say it 3 times. So okay, I guess 3 times. All right, it's mine then. Just as a joke.
Oh, then you must say it very fast. Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? Why can't you guys still speak Korean, even though you lived here for 20 years?
I used to speak Korean better, actually. I'm forgetting Korean now. I'm even forgetting English a little bit. So we're getting old and the brain is not working. All this Korean high technology is just it's too much. So it's just been amazing to see everything, the KTX and the Pentaport and all these huge buildings and such rapid development. I want to go live in a farm in the country and grow vegetables.
기농해야겠네요. So are you ever put in a difficult situation because you can't speak Korean?
All the time.
언어가 이제 안 통할 때는 저 아니면 동생한테 전화가 와요. 비자 문제나 엔진 오일 가는데 요금이 좀 많이 나온 것 같다. 그럼 바로 전화해서 이 사람과 통화해봐. 이유를 물어봐. 이런 거 좀 부탁할 때도 있고.
When we first came, I didn't know that many people. I was a little bit afraid having to, if I ever had to go to a hospital in Korea, very scary to me. Not being able to communicate.
예전에 엄마 토픽 시험 준비 도와줬었거든. 꾸준히 해서 딸 수 있었는데 아까워.
I remember when you were talking about colors with Derek, and you're like, "Oh, this is yellow, orange." You said
in
the wrong
Korean.
words.
I did.
Yeah. So Derek actually corrected you. If it's so difficult because you can't speak Korean, did you ever think after all the kids grew up, you could have, gone back to England or gone back to Seattle? Is there a reason you stayed?
Well, there are a lot of pluses for staying in Korea. I mean, the cost of living UK and in the US. Irene, our daughter Irene, is paying $2,000 a month for rent. So here we can live frugally, which is good. And also I'm getting a pension, from the Korean government. I get the Sahak-yeongum and the Gukmin-yeongum. The Korean government is being very nice to me. I do like Korea. I like the atmosphere of Korea. I think I'm going to stay. What do you think, dear?
Yeah, I like Korea because, well, I'm I do have my family to talk to in English. I don't need to be seeing a lot of people. I do like nature of Korea. I think people expect me to be a little strange because I'm a foreigner. So I can be myself. more in Korea than thinking about in their home countries.
She can be quirky.
I just have to worry about you guys.
It's good. You feel comfortable.
Definitely. Honestly, I came because I thought my husband he had some physical, like, especially internal organ problems. And I thought Korea would be a better place for him to live. The children would be okay. They actually did better than I thought they would.
So let's imagine we all moved back to Seattle. All the grandchildren, everything. What would be different? Our jobs,
Right.
right? So we would have to find a job.
I think I'll teach Korean.
Yeah, that would be okay. Might be able to get a job. Good. And then let's see. Leon would go into kindergarten.
I don't think I would be able to send him because the government doesn't fund it. You have to pay.
The lunches are not paid for. Whereas here, you know,
Pretty
lunches
much
are
everything.
paid for.
I think our kids would be even more better at dual languages because and speak English outside because they speak Korean outside and come home and speak Korean with it's not that. Definitely Korean language is the dominant language for them.
It would be difficult language-wise. I would be terrified. You suddenly turn on the news and you say, oh, there was a shooting in this state. Like, oh, that's one thing. In Korea, you don't have to imagine. Maybe the only thing in Korea you have to be afraid of is like school violence. Or maybe too much stress from studying too much. I think those are the only two worries. But in the US, the worries are totally different. Would there be anything you would miss if we moved back to Seattle? What would you miss from Korea?
Kimchi rogan-bap.
Really? You can eat that?
A dish?
Not too spicy?
Oh, I don't want to even think a place without delivery. It takes so long and it gets lost and no Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh.
But over there, the only food they deliver is pizza.
Ah.
Here you can get anything you want.
Yeah.
They get it for you in Korea.
Yeah. I mean, they even move your refrigerator for you. Like the company, if you call them and give them a certain amount and it's way more cheaper.
You don't have to leave your house, ever. You need groceries, turn your phone on. Want some chicken? Phone. It's a phone. You know, everything. Fridge? Phone.
Yeah.
Buy a house? Maybe you have to leave your house. Anyway, so many things.
I've seen houses on sale online.
You want to get these 1 rooms or 2 rooms? So many things. It's nice talking like this. Kind of brings back good memories. I'm surprised you guys still remember everything.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
Yeah, some things we were
Still
too
remember
young,
stuff.
so we couldn't remember.
Oh,
But you guys remember it still.
So does it bring back good memories?
yes.
You should gather like this more often. Tell the
Yeah.
grandkids.
Yes, I make a tradition.